Hello, everybody. Rise Lucas, the Mage of Light, once again here for another chapter reaction of One Piece. So, last time, I believe, we had finally gotten the answers of Kuma becoming a warlord, and also the terms and conditions that he was basically coerced into doing in order to save Bonnie of her illness. So yeah, so we're gonna find the continuation of this. Also, we might even find out what exactly Kuma is doing in Foosha Village, or at least near it. Like, is he actually going there, or is he going to be turned away by the government? We don't know, but we're gonna find out. So I started this earlier than I expected because I gotta go to a meeting around 5:45. So yeah. So anyway, I had to do this earlier than I was expecting. I was gonna do this yesterday, but chapter didn't come out then. But yeah, I'm not gonna waste any more time. Gotta get rid of my bounty poster. Eddie put it up there again, and we're going to start reading here. So it looks like what we have here. We have Luffy's on the cover of Shonen Jump again. So it looks like Luffy is on a snowboard. This is One Piece. We got Nami and Chopper there. I don't know. I find it kind of funny that Nami has a coat, and it says slope on her her coat. Yeah, that's the word. But anyway, so it looks like, looks like Oda's notes. I went to see my first Godzilla movie, Godzilla -1. What a starting point. I'm gonna check out Shin Godzilla next. Wow. Oda hasn't watched a single Godzilla movie. Wow. I would have thought he would have. But I guess, I mean, it's good place to start. I've heard good things about the newest Godzilla movie. Yeah. It's kind of crazy because I've seen, like, a lot of people say that this year's movies have been pretty bad, but the Godzilla movie has been praised. So I'm interested in seeing it. I'm not interested enough to actually see it in theaters. I mean, I don't go to theaters often, but like, if something is really special, I would definitely want to go to a theater. But I don't really see much special stuff in theaters very often, so I don't usually go there. Okay, so we got here. Oh, looks like the cover page here. We got Vegapunk and all of the satellites. All right. I had to think that two of these guys are already dead, and we may or may not see more dying in the future. But yeah, let's keep going here. 3 years ago, Mount Colombo, Kingdom of Goa, East Blue, Luffy's hometown. Gum Gum! Chapter 1101, Dear Bonnie. Axe! Oh, Luffy's practicing the Gum Gum axe? The one he used to defeat Arlong. Wow. Yeah! The animals. Kuma's literally just watching him from a distance. Dragon, you seem familiar with this island. Not only that, but I went to stretch my legs earlier. I found a remote village on the outskirts. There was a young boy there. If you keep talking about this, you may as well kill me yourself. What do you mean? A child is their parents' weak spot. Oh, is that what Dragon thinks? I'm sorry, I'll forget what I saw. Oh. So, okay. So Dragon So Dragon kind of thinks that him having a child would make him vulnerable since he's like the leader of the Revolutionary Army. Like, he can't afford to have his child be used as a way to get to him. Maybe that's why he keeps these things such a tight-lipped secret, and why he doesn't visit his child. I mean, if you see what happened with Kuma, I mean, it kind of makes sense. I mean, Kuma cared about his child. He chose his child over Revolution, and it cost Kuma so much. I mean, yes, he loved his child and all that, but at the same time, Kuma, Kuma basically chose the people close to him, the people close to him over the greater good, I guess. So, and Dragon chose the opposite. He chose the greater good over his own personal feelings, his own personal family attachments. They're kind of like, it's kind of like they're kind of like polar opposites of each other, but they still respect each other. And the fact that he goes to the point that he says, if you keep talking about his child, you may as well kill me yourself. Wow. Wow. I'll have to think about that a little more, because that is kind of extreme, I think. I guess he's saying, like, if word about me and my relationship with, and the knowledge of me having a child ever got out, it'd be better if my own ally killed me. Wow. Let's keep going then. So Kuma's pondering here. What an awesome finishing move! I'll save it for when I'm up against a super strong enemy. We know who that is. We know that was Arlong. After I set sail and get my crew, I'm gonna be ready for when someone tries to take them away. I won't ever let that happen. But if anyone tries it, blam! I'll give him a gum axe to the face. Pretty cool, right? Boom. Don't worry, I don't eat wimps. Oh, ouch. Monkey D. Luffy, age 16. Ba-dip-ba-dip. Who's there? Weird. What was that feeling just now? Gave me the chills. I bet there's still some tough opponents around here. I'm gonna whoop them all before I set sail. Some pirates fled after raiding a nearby merchant ship. Your orders are to blow those lowlifes out of the water. They came out of nowhere. We need to get the wounded to the nearest hospital. Okay. Kuma, come in. What are you doing? I'll go on ahead with them. The rest of you should follow as soon as you can. Thank you so much. We thought they weren't going to make it. Kuma, respond immediately. Turn yourselves in. Wait, we didn't mean nothing by it. We'll give everything back. Everybody fork over all your loot. It ain't worth our lives. Dear Bonnie, the world is full of beauty that can't be captured in photos or picture books. I long to see your bright, smiling face as you experience such wonders for yourself. Meanwhile, in the kingdom of Sorbet, is it here yet? Is it here yet? Is it here yet? Is it here yet? How about now? Come on! I'm sure he's very busy with work. That or the news coups keep messing up. But Daddy said he'd write a whole bunch of letters. They're probably keeping the letters from her. They're definitely keeping the letters from her. Now, dear. Letters have to go on a long trek of their own, you know. One will turn up sooner or later, Bonnie. You'll see. Hoo! What have we here? A newspaper and another heartwarming letter. Put this in the church's mailbox. Yes, ma'am. Is it a letter? Nah, just the morning paper. Another one? Yep, how many does this make? He's sending around 10 a month. So that's a fair few. How is he finding so much time, so much to write about? To Bonnie. Ugh. How mushy can you get? Oh, she is terrible. One last thing, Bonnie. You're probably sick of me for saying this, but I love you so much. I'll be sure to write you again soon. Yo, let's spar! Again? Come on, Bonnie, how about some Jenga instead? I said I want to fight! Bonnie-chan, it's time for your medicine. Am I imagining things? Or I could have sworn Bonnie was huge just now. Yuck! Does this medicine have to be this bitter? That just means it's working. As if. This is just some horrid lemon-flavored placebo. Yeah, I hate... Oh, Panda Man, welcome to the stream. I hate Alpha, yeah. I don't... Yeah, she's terrible. They couldn't even have the courtesy to let her have the letters. But then again, they did say no contact, so I guess the letters would have counted. Well, the letters should have counted as that, but I guess... Hey, Granny Connie, why are we hiding Bonnie's abilities again? To be safe, you know. What if they say a talented hawk hides its claws? You know what they say. A talented hawk hides its claws. Navy Science Division Lab 08. Amazing, Doctor. I can't believe you did it. Now we just have to lift the brain and lab using island clouds. About half of what you see here is holographic. I had planned for Pump Hazard to be like this too, you know. Oh, yeah, you forgot to say hi, so hi. Yeah, nice to meet you. I must admit, that cut suits you. I feel light as a feather. Kuma, I heard you're going to lose your sense of individuality. I wonder which of us has the most checkered fate. The human that lacks free will, or the clone that doesn't? Knock it off, Stussy. You're just as human as the rest of us. Oh, this ties back into the chapter, that chapter where Stussy was revealed to be a clone. Ah, this ties right back to it. What exactly should I expect when my personality is erased? I'll put it like this. You may already have a reputation for being totally obedient. But what would you do if you were asked to kill a child? What it means is, you'll lose not only your memories, but any empathy or humanity holding you back from fulfilling such a command. That being said, you should retain some degree of free will until the process is fully complete. That'll give you roughly 1 more year. Another letter? I'll keep writing till I run out of time. Bonnie deserves to know how I feel. I want to send her a whole lifetime's worth of love before this year is over. Oh. Bonnie's almost 9 now. I wonder how big she's gotten. Do you think she's changed a lot? I don't know when you'll get this letter, but happy birthday, Bonnie. I'm back at Vegapunk's lab. Things are busy around here. Happy birthday, Bonnie! Congratulations! Granny Connie made an extra special giant pizza for you. Woohoo! Thanks! I love it! So good! Nothing. There's still no letter. Daddy, I'm 9 now. You said you'd write. And so another half a year passed without a single letter reaching the church. Oh, those scum. Revolutionary Army HQ, Baltigo. Kuma came to the rescue again? Yeah, it's just like all those other times. The revolutionary forces were on the ropes. Then he swooped in to save us at the last minute. After that, he left without saying a word. If Kuma wishes not to be followed, we have to respect that. I'm sure he has his reasons for keeping us in the dark. I'm all better! Look, the stones are completely gone. I can finally go outside. Not a chance, Bonnie-chan. You must stay put. We've been told to keep you under closer supervision until your 10th birthday. You liar! Vegapunk said I'd be fine after a year. And that was a year ago. I forbid it. I forbid it. Alpha and the others are government intelligence agents. What? Shh. They let it slip while they were getting drinks in town. Apparently your disease has been cured for a while now. Really? We must be missing something. Why would they keep a perfectly healthy young girl trapped inside for another 6 months? Also, I find it hard to believe that Kuma wouldn't send a single letter. I've already sorted everything out with Yo-Yo and the others. Head for the port, Bonnie. Sail the seas and go find your father. Can I really do it? Oda is taking us on an emotional roller coaster yet again with this chapter. Yeah, I agree. Yo-Yo and the rest aren't your average fishermen. They're a strong pack of hooligans. I'm sure the pirates and sea beasts will turn tail once they see them in action. They'll be there to help you find Kuma. I'm going back to the palace. I see. Take care. So this is the outside world. Oh, this is Bonnie. So this is the outside world. There's so much dirt and grass. Look at the sky. There's the sun. Bonnie's actually walking outside. It's a miracle. There really is a God. I never thought I'd see the day. Bonnie, over here! Yo-Yo! Tots! Potato! Look, everyone! I'm really outside! Where's Bonnie? I just saw the Queen Dowager outside. What the hell is going on? It's me, Bonnie! You lying old prude! Set sail! Wow! We made the ship look like a pizza for you! Oh. Hold it right there! Alpha found us! You think you could get away from me? I'll beat you within an inch of your life! Enough of this charade! I'll keep you chained up day and night. That'll make things much easier. She's flying towards us! That's one of the 6 powers! I was ordered to eliminate any accomplices! Hey, Daddy, what did Nika look like? No one knows. Distorted future! Body? But they say his body was all rubbery, and there was no limit to what he could do in a fight. Give me a Nika-ish future! Oh. Ho ho. The government would soon receive word that their hostage Bonnie escaped to find her father. Like Luffy and the others, her vessel would gain fame. It would go from a humble fishing boat to an infamous pirate ship in the new era. A young girl heading for the future. Oh. Queen Connie is a real one? Yeah, she is. But hey, she didn't get, doesn't look like she got, oh, she did get Connie's hat. Okay, good. She did get her hat. I was just about to say, I thought she didn't get the hat, but it looks like she did. Because they switched clothes. Wow. But that's crazy that Bonnie can distort her body to like an alternate future. Like, people were theorizing this already, but like she can actually mimic Luffy's powers in some way. That is crazy. So in a way, so like if she were to awaken, she could theoretically alter her body in any way. Well, could she alter her body in a way she could imagine? I don't know, because basically just from her knowing about, based on the description that Kuma gave about Nika, she used that as a way to use this. Like, this is crazy. Like, you could say, like, if she awakened, she could theoretically copy devil fruit powers. That would be nuts. ones that pertain to the physical body, at least. Wow. But yeah, screw Alpha. I just wish that Bonnie would have been able to see at least one letter from Kuma. I would have loved that. I think that's the only thing that I would have preferred better, if she at least found one of the letters. Like a letterhead would show up just as she was fleeing, just as she was leaving the church. I would have actually loved that a little more, but otherwise, this is really good. Wow. She read them all as she read all of Kuma's memories in Egghead? Oh yeah, she did. Oh, Doc Sake, welcome to the stream. And also welcome, Isaac. Yeah. Mage, can I get a wrench? A wrench? Oh, okay, yes, yes. Oh yeah, a wrench, duh. Of course. Alright, there you go. Yo, Doc, came here because of the Doc shout-out? Well, that's nice of you, Doc. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for shouting my channel out. But yeah. I don't know. Panda Man says, I don't know what to think about her powers anymore. Is it a devil fruit? Is it possible she just wished her powers into reality? Is Oda leading us by the nose again with the name of her devil fruit? Well, I mean, it says this is the age fruit. But the thing is that, to me, like, age is not simply, like, your age. Like, you know, like, if you're 20 or 80 or 100 years old. I think it doesn't have to do with, like the physical age of your body, like, how long it's existed. I think what they mean by age, at least in this, is referring to, like, a time period, maybe, rather than the length of time. It'd be I think it's more to, like, what Roger's speech was, where he said inherited will, people's dreams, and the tides of the times, or the tides of the ages, or something like that. Like, if people continue to seek the meaning of freedom, those things will never cease to be. It's basically that. I think it's referring to, yeah, it could be a play on words. It sounds like something Oda would do. Yeah. Of course, I'm happy you started streaming and want to see you grow. Well, thank you, Doc. I appreciate it. But yeah, yeah, I really think that when it comes to age, I'm thinking it's talking about like an era or like a period of time rather than an age, like a person's age. Because basically this displays that Bonnie can manipulate her body to be from a never happened age where she had the powers of Nika or something like that. Like, it basically will be like an alternate, I don't know if I would call it alternate dimensions. I mean, it might border on that, but yeah, I'm not quite sure. Doc Sake said, Oh, Isaac, I also saw he plays Monster Hunter. One Piece of Monster Hunter to my two passions. Gotta support. Yeah, I will be doing Monster Hunter again next Wednesday, I believe. Yeah, I'll keep doing that on Wednesdays. So if you're able to come on Wednesday evenings, then I'll be playing that for the foreseeable future. And Doc Sake said 10 out of 10 chapter this week, and I don't throw that around as I usually stick to 9s. Yeah. I think this chapter almost closes on the Kuma flashback. I don't know if it does entirely, I feel like there's going to be at least one more chapter for the Kuma flashback. Because I think we need to see Kuma's side of him, because this is the chapter basically ends on the same year that Luffy sets out to sea, and it's a parallel, and I think it's really much a parallel here, because see, Bonnie's going out to sea, Luffy went out to sea that same year, and Luffy punches the sea monster that was just off the coast of his home, and Bonnie punched the monster that was in her own home. So yeah, both Luffy and Bonnie started their adventures by punching a monster. I really like how it's paralleling. How Bonnie and Luffy's journey are parallels. This actually makes me this reminds me of a theory I was having like I think it might have been several months back, maybe it even was even a year ago. Alpha got what was coming to her? Absolutely. So, Doc, what I'm thinking here is because if you think about it, the entire post-time skip has revolved around Luffy helping a specific individual, and that specific individual is connected to a power of an ancient weapon. We have in the beginning of the time skip, we see Luffy helping Shirahoshi, who happens to be Poseidon. He helps her. She has struggles. Basically, as soon as Luffy gets into as soon as the post time skip starts, Luffy helps Shirahoshi. And then as soon as they leave Fishman Island, the first island they go to after Fishman Island is Punk Hazard. And who's the person they meet at Punk Hazard and decide to help? Momonosuke. Momonosuke, they just end up... Everything that happens in the post-time skip after Punk Hazard is leading up to Luffy is basically all about Luffy helping Momonosuke, freeing Wano, and helping Momonosuke, who is not Pluton himself, but is connected to the power of Pluton, and Pluton is under Wano. So I had a theory after Wano ended, I had a theory that perhaps the first person that the Straw Hats encounter after Wano would be connected to the ancient weapon Uranus. And what do we know? The first person we meet after Wano is Bonnie. Bonnie shows up right on the ship, and the Egghead Island has been heavily centered around Bonnie's character. So Bonnie is basically this character that Luffy is going to help with maybe not just this arc, but in the arcs to come. And Bonnie is that character. Bonnie is for the end game of One Piece what Shirahoshi and Momonosuke were in the early part of the post time skip. So that's basically what I'm thinking here. Panda Man says, I think we get half of the next chapter as the conclusion of the flashback, and the rest is going to be back in the present time Egghead. Maybe I'm not sure, because I feel like there could be another solid chapter after that. Yeah, we're going to see Kuma Dragon appear at Egghead in the next 1 to 2 chapters. 2024 is the year of the dragon. Oh, really? Oh, oh. So has Oda been holding us out just so that he could just so he could throw Dragon in and wait for the year of the dragon? That would be funny. And it's also funny because like everybody was talking about I remember when 2023 started, everybody was the Carrot fans were all all hyped up. They were hoping the Carrot would return and all that this year. Didn't happen, guys. I mean, we still got maybe another chapter before 2023 ends, but aside from that, yeah, Carrot has not returned. So much for the Year of the Rabbit, but the Year of the Dragon does sound a lot more substantial, especially with how the story is going right now. Mr. Bushido shout out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he did have all those Kara theories, didn't he? So yeah, back with the beginning here, where Kuma's basically watching Luffy practice. He's basically watching Luffy train and all that. Carrot eating grass. Yeah. So I'm really I wouldn't mind waiting a bit longer for some dragon action. Yeah. I'm the same here. And I'm really kind of tired of people basically taking a crap on Dragon. Like, just like simply just, I think a lot of it is just stems from people just want to see him do something, and they're very, and understandably, I mean, it's been like 1,000 chapters since Dragon was introduced, and we really don't know the full scope of his character. But it seems like the Kuma flashback, we are getting little bits and pieces of Dragon's character, and this chapter especially here, because I think I'm starting to see Dragon's motivation for leaving, for basically not basically being there for his son, at least to an extent here. Oh, Isaac. Oh, Doc said, Isaac, we got to go back to Wano at some point. Pluton's waiting for us. Yeah. I think though that I don't know if I don't know if the Straw Hats are gonna go back to Wano, at least, but or we're just gonna cut back to Wano, where Momonosuke finally decides it's time to open the borders and basically orders Zunisha to come back and destroy the borders. That's a possibility. Or somebody else comes and destroys the borders without their consent. I mean, some people say that Blackbeard might do that, but I don't know about that theory. So basically, what I'm thinking about with Dragon here is that I think Dragon made a choice, just like Kuma. Both Dragon and Kuma made a choice in their lives to whether to put family first or the greater good. And I think Kuma chose his daughter. Technically, it's not even his daughter, but Kuma has decided to treat her as his own daughter. I mean, that shows how caring Kuma is, that he decided to care for Jinny's child. But at the same time, Kuma basically, I mean, I wouldn't say he completely abandoned the greater good, but he did sacrifice being an active member of the Revolutionary Army in order to help care for what he considered his own child. But with Dragon chose the opposite. Dragon basically he chose the path of helping the world, basically saving the world from tyranny, working to save the world from tyranny, and so he had to make sacrifices with his own personal life in order to accomplish that. Because if he continued to be a revolutionary, if he chose to be a revolutionary and still tried to spend time with his son, I think that would have put both Luffy and himself in great danger if he did that. I think Luffy would have been exposed far earlier to the government, and the government would have a way to manipulate Dragon to get Dragon to do what they want him to do, to get him to surrender or whatever. If they knew that Luffy could be used to manipulate Dragon. But since Dragon has distanced himself from Luffy, he can continue his work without fear of manipulation on the world government side, and Luffy would be relatively safe until Luffy set out to sea. So I think that's basically where Dragon comes from here. I mean, you can argue whether that he really cared or not, but I think Dragon really does care about his son. I mean, we still need to see exactly like why he was in Logtown when he was. Like, what made him decide to just show up and save Luffy right then and there? Because I think Dragon does care about Luffy. And plus, when he heard Luffy's declaration of wanting to become the Pirate King, Dragon was totally cool with it. He was not. I mean, a lot of fathers, like like when you have a dream, like very often you would think that parents would kind of reject your dream, at least for a time. I mean, there may be some supportive parents out there, but there's often a lot of people out there whose parents don't really easily accept a child's dream, their child's dream, and what they want to do. Sometimes there's a resistance, but Dragon was completely fine with Luffy becoming a pirate. It's possible that Momo joins the Straw Hats, commandeering Pluton in the final war. That is possible, yeah. Doc said, well, we'll need one more member to fight Blackbeard's crew, and ain't no way Vivi is Peacock slashing Katarina Devon or whatever it is. Yeah, I agree, Doc. I think, I mean, Vivi is definitely going to have an important role in the final saga, but I don't think she's going to be fully rejoin the crew. I think she will be away. I think she'll be excellent as a, I think Vivi would actually be pretty good as being like a liaison between the royal, basically between the noblemen, the royalty across the world, and the revolutionaries. Like, she could basically forge a bond between some kingdoms who are willing to ally with the revolutionary army against the world government. I think she would have a good political role. She would have a great political role to play, I think, in the final saga. But yeah, I think for me, honestly, I really would like to see either Bonnie or Kuma join the Straw Hats. But I think Kuma might know a bit too much. I think Kuma knows a little too much to join the crew the more I think about it. I would love him to, because, like, basically, as a child, his father was talking about how Nika would free them and take them out to sea. Like, that, it would be so right for Kuma to be freed and then for him to join the Straw Hats. Maybe he will in some capacity. Maybe his consciousness will transfer to Esper, and then that one Seraphim will join the Straw Hats. That's possible. I don't know. It might not be likely, but I think it's a possibility. But I do think that Bonnie, at the very least, I think Bonnie is the prime candidate for the 10th Straw Hat. But I think Aokiji might not make it to the final war, so it'll be the even match. Maybe. Honestly, I feel like Aokiji and Robin need to have a fight in the end game somehow. I feel like there's so much connection between Aokiji and Robin. I feel like we'd miss out if we didn't have a fight between those two. I don't know. It doesn't seem feasible right now, but you never know. That's a good point. The Nefertari were the first rebels, if you think about it. Yeah. I do think that they should have a connection with the Revolutionary Army. Not to mention, like, there was kind of in Alabasta, there was kind of a prototype Revolutionary Army during the Alabasta saga. And I think her friend, I forgot his name, but I mean, he was dressed like what later on became kind of the fashion statement of the Revolutionary Army, you know, with the leather coats and the goggles on the hats. I do think that Alabasta would definitely be a great ally to the Revolutionary Army. But yeah. So yeah, overall, I think I'm going with Bonnie being the most likely for the 10th Straw Hat, but we'll have to see. I like how all these animals get so scared of Luffy. Like Kuma was actually watching Luffy. Kozo, yeah, I think that's what isn't Kuzo. Kozo. I don't remember which one it was, but yeah. But yeah, it seems pretty interesting that Kuma, like, even though he's obeying the world government, he still is. I think he's still kind of going against the world government behind their backs too. I gotta run, guys. Nice talking to you all. Don't forget to like the stream. Yeah, see you later, Panda Man. But yeah, this was a really good chapter. But the thing that really irked me was them basically keeping all the letters from Bonnie. You know, the least they could have done is like just could have at least let her have C1. I really think they should have left her 1, but then again, because of the memories that she got from Kuma, I think she really did look like man, just imagine like when she absorbed Kuma's memories in that room. Like, she didn't just get Kuma's entire story. All these things that were hidden from her was just suddenly revealed. Like, it'd be just nuts. Like, all that overwhelming, all those things that basically Bonnie was basically left in the dark of so many things. And when she absorbed those memories, she got the entire story of her father's life. And it just really, I bet, and it's no wonder that she was so happy the very next day, because all this burden that was on this 12-year-old girl's on this little girl's shoulders for so many years, wondering what happened to her father, like all these questions that were in her mind, like all of them were finally answered, and she could just be herself, be what she wants to be. She no longer has to worry about, I mean, she does have to worry about like the present condition of her father, but she doesn't have to worry about, like, she doesn't have to be left in the dark anymore. But all that had to be so overwhelming for her, like a 12-year-old basically having to basically experience all the memories of her father. Oh, that had to have been so overwhelming. I think we've maxed out the likes for people that are here, but for anyone who watches this VOD, like it right away, right now. Yeah. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say about the chapter. It looks like we're gonna get a break next week. I may be taking breaks from streaming during the Christmas and New Year's weeks. I might not be doing streaming then, but I might make exception for One Piece chapters if any are released during the holiday weeks. If Alpha didn't get cooked, I would have been so mad. Yeah, me too. But yeah, I think I'm aside from maybe whatever One Piece chapters might come out within the holiday weeks, I'm probably not going to do any streaming during Christmas week or New Year's. But yeah, and then I might reconvene official streams like in January. But I think I'll have to check the calendar here. Next week I probably will be streaming next week, and maybe the week after that. But the week of the 25th and the week of Christmas and the week of New Year's, I probably won't be streaming for those 2 weeks, because I do have some backlogged videos that I want to make, and I've just been too busy streaming and other things to get anything done with that. So I want to spend the Christmas and New Year's basically working on that. Basically just videos to help me to establish basically what my channel's all about. Maybe like a channel trailer. I got a song that Eddie wants me to work on. I mean, it's not going to be anything fancy, not any fancy music video, just something funny. But yeah, and then there's that, and I might be doing like a One Piece video too. But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up for today. 'Cause I gotta get ready to go out around 5:30. But I'm glad you guys could stop by. I definitely appreciate you guys coming here. So I'll see you guys around. Until next time, this is Rise Lucas signing out, and I'll see you all next time.